This is Ed Madison, and I am an associate professor at the School of Journalism and Communication at the University of Oregon. I'm presenting for ICA 2020, and our project is My STEM Story, Open Access and Diversifying Science Through Digital Storytelling and Near-Peer Mentoring. Our research is funded by the National Science Foundation. The problem we're studying is pervasive. An underrepresentation of students from racial and ethnic minority backgrounds in science, technology, engineering, and math. The framework we're using is identity-based motivation theory. It suggests that individuals interpret situations in ways that are congruent with their currently active identities. In other words, their self-perceptions of their possible future selves. To conduct this study, we recruited from two programs that happened at the University of Oregon over the summer. One is called the Oregon Young Scholars Program. It is a program for students who are in high school, who in many cases are the first in their families to step on a college campus. They get to survey an array of courses and also live in the dorms. The second program is the Science Program for Undergraduate Research, or SPUR. It's a summer-long fellowship that recruits students from diverse backgrounds to come to the University of Oregon and study with scientists. These are students who have demonstrated proficiency in some area of STEM. Our objective was to bring students from these two programs together through forming our own summer camp. Another aspect of our project was drawing on the technique of digital storytelling, or DST. Digital storytelling borrows from the documentary film genre. It's inherently engaging, captures raw emotions. It's unscripted and therefore more authentic. It allows for self-reflection, and therefore, by capturing these stories and the interactions between the mentors and mentees on video, we were able to scale our project for broader impact in the future. We also gave all of our mentees small cameras and allowed them to document their own experiences and reflect on their time and participation in the program. This project also draws from research on near-peer mentoring, which suggests that, first of all, students who are near-peer mentors are typically a few years older, they share a common language, there's a cognitive and social congruence, there's a sense that their mentor is in many ways like them in some ways. They can see a possible future self in someone who's close to them in age, and potentially that could be a science identity. In the design of our research, we recruited 12 students and paired 6 high school students, our mentees, with 6 undergraduate students, our near peers. Also, in collaboration with the School of Journalism and Communications student videographers, the mentees recorded first-person narrative video that highlighted their interactions over the 3-day period with their science near peer. This is a sense of what the experience looked like in the lab, and the students had an opportunity to not only shadow their mentors, but also actively participate.
Attention all personnel.
I think without science, we are not human.
We're made up of all these little cells and molecules and stuff, and ultimately that's how those cells turn into tissues, which turn into who we are.
I think science is important to me because it gives me the opportunity to understand the world.
It's something that is involved in our everyday life and everything we do, and it's very important for how we exist and why we exist.
I think we live in a very, very chaotic universe, all this data, all this information, all these things happening at once.
I think it's important to try to understand what makes a color change, or why is the sky actually blue?
A group of high school students who are curious about science recently had an opportunity to hang out one-on-one over several days with emerging college scientists. They visited their labs, participated in experiments, shared meals together, and interviewed them about their personal pursuit of careers in science, engineering, technology, and math, often referred to as STEM pathways. In our forthcoming sessions, you'll see highlights from their visits and have an opportunity to learn from their experiences.
I really wanted to get to know more about science and engineering, so I joined because I was looking for a way to gain more knowledge.
When I was in high school, I was only a decent student, and I think only being decent at chemistry is what drove me to continue to pursue it. Where it seemed that the concepts were a little fleeting, I was always a step behind in understanding that concept, and I think that drove me to want to understand it better.
As Brantley shared in that clip, he was only a decent student in high school, and I think it's a perspective that speaks to the purpose of the study, for young people to realize that science can be challenging, and that even though today Brantley has a PhD and some of our other students that are in the videos are quite accomplished, it wasn't necessarily an easy road for them. I want to thank my co-PI team, Dr. Jennifer Huesman, Dr. Ross Anderson, and Dr. Matthew Kim. If you have questions regarding our study, you can contact me at madison2@uoregon.edu. Thanks.